Ric Flair didn't know who Charlotte was after his surgery. Charlotte Flair recently discussed the scary experience of watching her father not know who she was. What's the story? Charlotte Flair can thankfully speak about her father's illness as something he survived. But as she told Sam Roberts' wrestling podcast, it was a very scary situation, and there was even a time after Ric Flair's coma when he didn't even remember her. In case you didn't know, Ric Flair recently fell ill and was admitted to an Atlanta area hospital. He was put into a medically induced coma and rushed into surgery, where part of his bowel was removed and a pacemaker was put in. It was a very scary situation, and everyone was pulling for the two-time WWE Hall of Famer. The heart of the matter, Charlotte Flair remembers her father's illness vividly as it was a very scary ordeal. The entire pro wrestling community rallied around her father, while they sent prayers and support out for the Nature Boy. Charlotte Flair spoke to Sam Roberts about her the day Ric Flair was first taken off of the medical machine assisting in his recovery. She said the doctors wanted the Nature Boy to walk around, but he needed help. She also revealed her legendary father didn't know who she was. He didn't even know who I was, and he was just pushing the walker and quoting numbers of towns from shows in the 80s. I was like, that's great, he can quote me the numbers from a show in Chicago in the 80s, but he doesn't know who I am. I would just sit there and listen to him quote the numbers and was just like, this is crazy. Charlotte Flair said suddenly, Ric Flair's demeanor seemed to change. He went from pushing his walker around to strutting in the ICU. But Charlotte said, although her famous father seemed to have plenty of life in his step, he still didn't realize who she was. What's next? Ric Flair seems to be doing much better, and when his 30 for 30 comes out on ESPN, fans will understand him even better. As the years go on, hopefully we'll be treated to even more appearances from the Nature Boy as he styles and profiles wherever he goes. Author's take, this kind of story really tugs at the heartstrings. Who knows how Charlotte Flair felt going through this? On one hand, she was happy her father was getting better, but he still didn't know who she was. This kind of scary situation makes us put things into perspective. After all, you never know when life can throw a major curveball at you. Ric Flair survived another tragic experience, and his daughter Charlotte can now look back at that time in retrospect as a miracle she was able to witness.